The vast landscape of ancient religious literature is dotted with texts that have been lost to time, buried in the sands of history, or deliberately excluded from the sacred canons that many hold dear today. Among these, the Book of the Watchers stands out as a significant work that has intrigued scholars and religious enthusiasts alike. Part of the larger compilation known as One Enoch, the Book of the Watchers offers a compelling glimpse into ancient Jewish thought, exploring themes of divine rebellion, sin, and judgment. Though not included in the Hebrew Bible or most Christian Old Testaments, this text has left an indelible mark on religious thought and continues to be a subject of fascination for those interested in the hidden corners of Scripture. The Book of the Watchers isn't just a narrative. It's a window into a world where divine beings and humans interact in ways that blur the boundaries between the heavenly and earthly realms. As we delve into its content and historical significance, we uncover a rich tapestry of beliefs and traditions that shaped early Jewish and Christian thought. Understanding this text helps us appreciate the complexity of ancient religious ideas and the ways they have influenced modern spiritual concepts. The Book of the Watchers is believed to have been composed between the 3rd and 2nd centuries BCE, during a period of great religious and cultural upheaval for the Jewish people. It is one of the earliest examples of apocalyptic literature, a genre that reveals divine mysteries and often includes visions of the end times, celestial beings, and the fate of souls. The text is attributed to Enoch, a patriarch mentioned briefly in the book of Genesis as a man who walked with God and was taken up into heaven without experiencing death. The historical context in which the Book of the Watchers was written is crucial to understanding its themes and purpose. During this era, Jewish communities were grappling with the challenges of living under foreign rule, particularly during the Hellenistic period, when Greek culture and ideas were spreading across the Near East. The rise of apocalyptic literature during this time can be seen as a response to the existential anxieties of the Jewish people, offering them hope for divine intervention and a future restoration of justice. While the Book of the Watchers is an ancient text, it was never included in the canonical scriptures of Judaism or most branches of Christianity. It forms part of the pseudepigrapha, a collection of writings falsely attributed to biblical figures. These texts were often excluded from the official canon because they were seen as controversial, theologically speculative, or simply not divinely inspired according to the standards of the time. Despite this, the Book of the Watchers was widely read and respected in certain Jewish and early Christian circles, especially among those interested in apocalyptic and mystical traditions. The Book of the Watchers begins with a dramatic narrative about a group of angels, known as the Watchers, who were tasked with observing humanity from their heavenly stations. However, these angels became enamored with the beauty of human women and descended to earth to take them as wives. This act of rebellion against divine order resulted in the birth of a race of giants known as the Nephilim, who wreaked havoc on the earth, leading to widespread corruption and violence. Central to the Book of the Watchers is the figure of Enoch, who is chosen by God to act as a mediator between the fallen angels and the divine realm. Enoch is given visions of heaven, the fate of the Watchers, and the coming judgment. He is also charged with recording the deeds of the Watchers and the Nephilim, serving as a scribe who bears witness to their transgressions. The narrative goes on to describe the severe punishment meted out to the Watchers for their sins. They are bound and cast into a dark abyss, where they will remain until the final judgment. Their offspring, the Nephilim, are also destroyed, and their spirits are condemned to wander the earth as evil spirits, contributing to the ongoing struggle between good and evil in the world. The Book of the Watchers paints a vivid picture of a cosmic battle between divine forces and rebellious entities, reflecting a worldview in which the material and spiritual realms are deeply intertwined. The themes of divine justice, the consequences of sin, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil are central to the text, offering readers both a warning and a hope for redemption. An additional layer of complexity in the narrative is the idea that the Watchers' rebellion introduces forbidden knowledge to humanity. This includes the arts of warfare, cosmetics, and other skills that were previously unknown to humans. This transfer of knowledge is depicted as both a blessing and a curse, contributing to the moral decline that necessitates divine intervention. This duality of knowledge and its consequences raises important questions about the relationship between divine wisdom and human agency. Theologically, the Book of the Watchers has been interpreted as a reflection on the nature of sin and the consequences of transgressing divine boundaries. The Watchers' rebellion is seen as a cautionary tale about the dangers of pride, lust, and the misuse of power. Their punishment serves as a stark reminder of the inevitable justice that awaits those who defy God's will. In Jewish tradition, the story of the Watchers has been linked to the origins of evil in the world, offering an explanation for the presence of sin and suffering that is distinct from the narrative found in the canonical Genesis account. In early Christian thought, the text influenced the development of angelology, the study of angels, and demonology, providing a foundation for later theological discussions about the nature of spiritual beings and their roles in the cosmic order. The Book of the Watchers also played a significant role in shaping the apocalyptic imagination of both Jewish and Christian communities. Its vivid depictions of heavenly visions, divine judgment, and the ultimate fate of souls contributed to the broader apocalyptic literature that would later include works like the Book of Daniel and the Book of Revelation. Moreover, the text's exploration of divine justice and the fate of the wicked had a profound impact on the development of eschatological ideas, the study of the end times. Concepts such as the final judgment, the resurrection of the dead, and the eternal punishment of sinners can find some of their earliest roots in the themes presented in the Book of the Watchers. These ideas would later be elaborated upon in Christian theology, particularly in the context of the Last Judgment and the eternal destiny of souls. The influence of the Book of the Watchers can be seen in various aspects of religious and cultural traditions that followed. Its portrayal of fallen angels and their corrupt offspring laid the groundwork for later stories about demonic entities and their interactions with humanity. The text's emphasis on the accountability of spiritual beings for their actions resonated in later theological discussions and helped to shape the moral framework within which both angels and demons were understood. But the Book of the Watchers is more than just a historical curiosity. It's a key to understanding the fears and hopes of those who lived thousands of years ago, concerns that still echo in our world today. Whether you are a scholar, a spiritual seeker, or simply someone intrigued by ancient mysteries, I encourage you to dive deeper into this enigmatic text. Engage with its narratives and challenge yourself to think about how these ancient stories of divine rebellion and human consequence can inform our understanding of today's world. How might the Watcher's tale of forbidden knowledge and cosmic justice speak to contemporary issues of ethics, power, and the unknown? What parallels can we draw between the ancient quest for understanding the divine and our modern explorations into science and the cosmos? If you're an artist, writer, or creator, let the vivid imagery and themes of the Book of the Watchers inspire your work. Imagine how these stories can be reinterpreted in modern contexts, creating connections between the ancient and the contemporary, the mystical and the real. And for those who feel a connection to the spiritual traditions from which this text emerged, consider how engaging with the Book of the Watchers might deepen your faith journey. Reflect on its teachings and how they might offer new perspectives on sin, redemption, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. This ancient text holds lessons and insights that are just as relevant today as they were millennia ago. By studying and reflecting on the Book of the Watchers, we not only preserve a piece of our shared heritage, but also invite its ancient wisdom to illuminate our present and future. So I urge you to explore this lost scripture. Let it challenge and inspire you, and see where its ancient wisdom might lead you on your own journey of discovery.